Hey everybody, and welcome to all of Fabric 6. In Fabric 6, we have a whole load of mods. We've got 301 mods as of this recording. I know there's going to be a lot more that are going to get added. Here's that whole list. It's very long, so let's get right into it. First up, we have the Ad Astra mod, which will take us to outer space. We got 4 different tiers of rockets here. Should be able to take us all sorts of different planets and even another galaxy. Got a few different spacesuits that you can craft up, and a little rover too. Next up, we've got Applied Energistics 2, and it has the new 1.19 changes for getting your Certus Quartz, so that'll be super exciting. And we also have the Artifacts mod, and this will give you all sorts of fun artifacts that you can wear. Give you all sorts of different things. Look super fancy while you're doing it. Next up, we've got the Base Camp mod, which lets you place down this one simple little pattern on the ground and it'll pop up all sorts of different structures. So there's tents, there's castles, there's all sorts of stuff you can make with that. The Bewitchment mod, which will give us all sorts of fun with different magical abilities, different summoning, different rituals. We also have the Bosses of Mass Destruction mod, which will give us all sorts of different bosses that we can fight. Maybe we can find the Lich King over here. I'm not actually sure how he spawns. Aha, there he is. So there's a fun boss to tackle. And Bosses of Mass Destruction will add a whole bunch of other ones as well. We also have good old Computer Craft. This is the restitched version for Fabric. We've got Croptopia adding in all sorts of different farming goodies for us to grow in our little farms. We have the Dank Storage mod, which gives you all of these fancy little things, and you can carry these around in the world. You can set them up to place blocks for you. All sorts of extra storage goodness. The Deeper and Darker mod, which adds all sorts of expanded goodness for the Deep Dark. Got some cool looking blocks. I'm gonna let you go ahead and explore that for yourselves, because it is pretty cool. So the Doodads mod, which adds all sorts of good little, well, you know, doodads. And these are actually pretty similar to the Artifacts mod. So more stuff you can wear, more little power-ups that you can carry around in all of your little trinket spots. Also got Farmer's Delight, adding all these crates for many of our crops. A little bit extra cooking, and all sorts of new recipes that you can craft up. Farming for Blockheads, which will give us a nice little seed market, a feeding trough, and a chicken nest for automatically feeding animals and collecting those chicken eggs. And everything in all of Fabric 6 is rounded out quite nicely with some very well put together quests. Got some fun challenges to go through. So I got like quantum physics. So you got to put together all of your quantum armor, a replicator, and you get a nice little trophy. And once you collect all 4 trophies from the challenges, you get the completionist trophy. And then you are done with the mod pack. Next up is the Immersive Armors mod, which adds many different armors. I gotta say, I really love the steampunk armor, and I'm gonna be crafting that one up almost right away. Next up is the Industrial Revolution mod, which adds all sorts of tech blocks to the pack. We've also got the Inmis mod, which adds all sorts of handy-dandy backpacks for carrying around all of those extra goodies that you discover in the world. There's also Iron Chests restocked, which adds your kind of standard iron chest or gold chest. We got some copper chests now. We got netherite chest, and I gotta say I really like the look of this crystal chest. This one looks super cool. And then there is the Just Another Void Dimension mod, which adds, well, just another void dimension. There is absolutely nothing here, but plenty of room for building, plenty of room for machines, plenty of good ways to reduce some of that pack lag. And then there's the Kibe mod, which adds all sorts of miscellaneous stuff like chunk loaders. I guess this is kind of like the old Ender Chests mod, but now we have entangled chests and tanks. Got cobble generators, we've got conveyor belts, we've got these diamond spikes for killing mobs, big torches for repelling mobs, we got elevators. There's also the Looter mod, which adds multiplayer loot sharing to the pack. This way, if you're playing in a multiplayer world, everybody will get their own different loot from chests. There are several different Macaws mods in this pack, adding all sorts of stuff from roofing to fencing to doors to lanterns. All sorts of stuff. We got 3 pages worth. And of course, one of the bigger mods in the pack is Modern Industrialization, giving you the option to go all the way from the Steam Age to the Nuclear Fusion Age. And the Naturalist mod adds in all sorts of new animals to the game. The Piercing Paxels mod gives a nice Paxel with lots and lots of upgrades. So for example, you got like this Netherite Paxel. You can upgrade it with some unbreakability upgrades, you got 3x3 abilities, vacuum upgrades, and much more. The Power mod is a great mod for adding some different power options. And watch out in the world for when you come up on these, probably chests. Adds in chests that are, well, are they a chest? Are they a mimic? I don't know. You're just going to have to find out. The Spectrum mod, that's another big one. This one takes a lot of diving to get into, and I don't want to really spoil any secrets for you, so this is one you're going to have to dive in onto your own. And then there's Tech Reborn, which gives you that classic IC2 feel, but with modern twist. Gotta say, I really do love these windmills that they have. And this one here is another fun one. Just find an ender pearl, throw it at a bee nest, and you'll be taken to the Bumble Zone. The whole entire world just for bees, as if you're in a beehive. And there is also the Graveyard mod, which adds a whole bunch of fun crypts to explore, grab some loot, fight some enemies. Good times. And as long as you are out there exploring, you may as well check out the Twilight Forest. We've got the classic Twilight Forest mod with all of its glory, lots to explore, lots to fight, lots of loot to grab. And while you're out there, you'll probably be getting way too much loot, so that's where the Traveler's Backpack is going to help you out. Grab one of these guys and you got plenty of extra storage, you got a nice crafting table, can store some liquids, can store some tools. Super handy, highly recommend. And finally, we've got the Vitalize mod, which adds, I don't really know how the best way to explain it is, but it lets you spawn mobs without spawning mobs. And you can upgrade it with all of these different pylons. Super cool to do. And that is all of Fabric 6. What do you guys think? Let me know down in those comments, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.